All right, hey leadership community. I'm in the car driving north on 23. This is the 113th time I've tried to do this video. For some reason I can't get it right. Should go better this time though, because I got my buddy here. That's my buddy Shay. He also serves as my son. He's working on our brackets, by the way. We've got a little 2-hour trip we're taking here. And all right, so hopefully this is gonna go well. I'm gonna knock it out. It's not that difficult. I just keep messing up, or something happens, the camera shuts down, or I get a phone call, or whatever. So just two things that I want to update you on. First, finances. At the end of last year, we talked about how the giving had flattened out. Really the most significant drop-off I'd ever seen in terms of finances. And we attributed that to just the significant changes that were going on. We were going to a multi-site approach, starting a second site, and when big changes come, people have a tendency to just sort of sit back, wait for the dust to settle, and then get back in. And that's what happened. At least that's what we think happened, because the first 2 months of 2012, giving has rebounded very well. Now we have grown as well. The attendance has gone up, so that's contributed as well. But nevertheless, we have a good solid start to 2012. Finances. I wouldn't say we're all the way back, but real positive shift back in the positive direction. So that's great. Second thing I wanted to tell you about, or that I wanted to talk to you about, is the Dublin site pastor position. As the growth has continued to go, the needs have continued to increase for pastoral attention at Dublin. We need to talk about strategy in terms of space. We need to talk budget. We need to talk ministry, pastoral support, care, community things, women's ministry. All that kind of stuff really requires more attention, more focused attention. It's not that it's not been getting attention. It's just been divided, really, among Pastor Gary, Pastor Brian, and Cindy, and staff. And so it's critical that we get somebody into that position. The direction I'm moving is toward Pastor Brian Webb. And it's critical that you understand what I'm saying here. I am asking Pastor Brian to take on the role of site pastor. Focus on it, divest himself of operational duties, and put the Dublin site pastor role on his shoulders. I don't want that to come across as moving ahead of a real leadership community dialogue. I do want your input. I want to talk about that as a solution. I want to talk about how it is we would, if we would, roll it out publicly. That's true. What I'm doing now is functionally saying, I need you to focus on this, I need you to carry it. And he's willing to do that. We do need to talk about the nuances of that, and how we want to talk about it, and how we want to put it out there. That's important to discuss. In the meantime, I'm proud of the way he's stepping up to that request. And he's qualified, he's got the character for it, and he's willing to do it. His response was, you wouldn't want it any other way. He said, yes, whatever you need, whatever the church needs, whatever God leads us to, he'll do. Add to that this response, which I didn't even think about or anticipate, which makes it even better, is he said, yeah, I'll roll into that position, and I'll take to it the same vision and value that we have with every other role at Vista, which is to multiply, to hand off, to develop, to disciple, to mentor, to coach, and to find the next site pastor, whoever that may be, whether it's for Dublin or for the next site. But I think that's awesome. So Brian's willing, able, got the character and the qualifications to do it. He does it with the vision and values that we would ask of anybody, and that's a major deal. So I'm real excited about that. So I want your feedback on. Talk to me about it. Let's discuss it. We are having a men's leadership community on April 20th, and we can talk about it more there. But please feel free to kick it around with me or anybody right away. Okay, associated topic with that would be the question that people ask, what does that mean about my role? Really, it shouldn't change, and it won't change my role at all. I remain the lead pastor at Vista. I remain the predominant teaching pastor at Vista, and so it really should be invisible in many senses to the larger population, larger congregation. It's really not a loss by any stretch of the imagination of me as their pastor. It's really a gain with some pastoral ministry focus under Brian's leadership. That's really that simple. I'd also like you to continue to pray for the 40 days. I'm really proud of the way people have leaned into that. People are reading more scripture. They're praying more. They're considering how to be more involved. They're really allowing God to impact their heart, to transform them, and to change them, and ordering their private worlds maybe just a little bit more toward God. So that's great. So pray for that. Keep leaning into it yourself. If you're not involved, it's not too late. It's never too late. Jump into that. That'll be great. So there's your update. I think I made it through. Woo! What do you do? What do you think, Shay? That was pretty good one? All right. Okay, take care. See you later.